Hanging out just another night of the week. Or to be more specific, it's a Tuesday. Got some ideas that just might intrigue. You should come on by tonight. We're spilling the beans. Okay, we're spilling the beans. Tonight it is just me, Connor. Hello to everybody. We do not have Kaylee. We do not have Abel. We will have a guest next week, and we will have Kaylee back next week, which is great. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know I had a very nice one. Abel, I hope everything is good for you in New York. Hope things are going well. I know you're working hard out there. So I wasn't really sure what to do with the show without Abel and without Kaylee, especially. A lot of it is dialogue driven. I don't have as fancy a setup here, but I'm going to do my best. So I'm going to do it a little differently tonight. I did title this what is it? What to do when you're alone? Because I am alone right now, which is fine. Maybe that's the first thing to think when you're alone. If you do get down when you're alone, is that's fine. And it's pretty easy for us to find our way into our phone or onto our computer and just, as they say, the death scroll. I know I do it on YouTube often, but I try my best not to. As you can see behind me, I'm at our studio, and there's tons to do. So either when you're alone, I suppose you have nothing to do, you're not sure what to do, or you have so many things to do, you're not sure what to pick from the lot, especially if you're one who wants to do more creative things or productive things. And I mean, what is there not to do when you're alone, I suppose, is a good question. There are so many things, of course, go for a walk, all of that good stuff. But what I like to do is make a list maybe of something I'd be productive with. And I'm all about lists for just about everything because I'm all over the place, as a lot of people are. So I have some time to myself, which is rare, and I'll make a list. Oh, I want to do a podcast, or I have an idea, something I want to write. Get interested, or find your interests, or find an interest, or just maybe just write, or do nothing and see how difficult it is to do nothing. You might be surprised. Just sit with silence, or maybe with some music, and try to do nothing. See how long you can do doing nothing. There's this thing that my dad used to say: see how long you can sit in complete silence. And it's more difficult than we think, to just sit and do nothing. It's very rare for us to do that. It's rare for me, especially with work and with I'm blessed to have a bunch of friends and family and a space like this. So there's always something to do for me. And I have trouble sitting still, as you might even notice with me usually sitting here. I don't know how fidgety I am, but I think I'm pretty fidgety. So I don't sit completely still, but see how long you can just sit and do nothing in silence. It's if you can do it for a long time, that's great, and you might be right there with meditation. Mindfulness, that's huge. That's really big. From there, you can kind of maybe conquer or conjure a form of. Let me silence my phone before it goes off a bunch. But you can conjure lists, an organization pattern. But also, yeah, like I said, remember, it's okay if you're alone. There are thousands of things to do. There's rarely, never anything to do. Of course, if you're lonely, that evokes something different. But like I said, it's okay to be alone. I prefer being alone sometimes, a lot of times. But again, I'm blessed to have a bunch of friends. Um, there's some kind of oneness sometimes when you're surrounded with family members, things like that, where um, you may as well be alone. But then you find yourself, but well, I say I like to be alone, but a lot of times I do find myself alone and wanting to be with friends or family. But still, it happens, and when you do have that time, it's good. It's a good time to be productive. So maybe keep that in mind as well. Um, yeah. So, and with that, I think maybe tonight. I mean, the studio I'm in, the space we have, as I said, we're really lucky to have. So maybe I'm thinking I'll play some tracks from local occupants in the space in the studio, some music. Um, in front of that music, I'm gonna maybe put an old video that I made. I had a lot of free time. I was alone again. Let's stay within this. Um, maybe within this idea of being alone. This video was I worked a night shift at a local college, and I used to I was alone all the time. There was very few classes going on. My job was audio video, um, response, and there just wasn't many classes happening at night, and not a lot of people there. Night classes, so I really had the whole building to myself. And it was really, really cool, art stuff, things like that, and so, yeah, I was just always alone, and I would there was enough work to keep me busy, but I would usually get it all done in the beginning of the shift, or there was so little work that I was able to do, my own art projects and things like that. I was pretty blessed to do it, and when the job was tough, it was tough, you do it, but lots of free time at that job. So I made this video. So yeah, I think I will play the video and then play a song or a couple of songs or something. And then maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep the songs going for the length of the video. Maybe I will pause the video and come back and do a show and tell of something you can do. Um, yeah, I've got a couple of neat things I think I can pop up and show you. And then maybe go back to a song and then find something else. I don't know, we'll see. This is the first time we've done this. I hope my mic is going through. I'm not even sure. Oh, good, I heard a tap. So, um, I think it is going through. Again, I can't see the chat just yet. I think between when I'm playing the songs and playing the video, I'll go check the chat, and, um, and that should be good. So, yeah, thanks for joining, especially if anyone has joined. Um, it is just me tonight, and I'm sorry, and I do miss Kaylee, and I do miss Abel. It is a different show without them, of course, and it's a little more nerve-wracking to be up here. But why do we do this? Why do we even get together to do this? We have a blast, um, just talking in general. Like I said, that's a great thing to do, and coming up with ideas and such. But also, another answer to that question as to why we do this, take a good look in the mirror, and there's your answer. We do it for you folks, all all 10 of you that I sent the text to. So yeah, we're gonna switch over to. Ooh, look at that! I got another camera. Neat. Switch over to it's it's not as warm. I'm trying to do it with my foot here. Oh, come on now. It's a boot. It's a boot, so it's not as easy. I'm just gonna ruin the device. All right, so I'm gonna switch over to the video and then play some music, and we will see what's going on. This first song I'm gonna play is from a band called Pretty Pretty Dresses. Best days are spent in rain. The best days are
spent in raincoats outside. It's wet, we sweat on the inside. Best days are spent in raincoats. I said the best days are spent in raincoats. Best days spent with you, with you, with you, with you. The best days are spent in raincoats. So the best days are spent in raincoats with you, you, with you. The best days are spent in raincoats with you, from morning to night, morning to night, from blue to you. The best days are spent in raincoats. The best days I think are spent in raincoats. Best days with you. Pictures will be let's play so wrapping books and flowers and dirt and fruit. When I'm down in the ground, so long and flowers and friends and dirt. When I'm down. So let me the books and flowers and friends and books and flowers and friends. What so in flowers and books and friends. last breath surround me in books and flowers of different fruits. Surround me in books and flowers and fruits. Surround me in flowers and books and friends.
Okay, I think I found a cool thing to talk about. Let me see how this looks. All right, it's not bad. Okay. So one thing I do enjoy doing is, do I sit here? Yeah, I'll sit here. One thing I do enjoy doing is typing and writing and things like that. Writing is what I mean by that mainly. And so I went online like a couple years ago, or quite a while now ago. I think it was like 2017, and I just looked up a typewriter to see how much a typewriter was, a cool old Smith Corona typewriter. And I found one, and it is just that. It is literally a basic tiny typewriter. It comes in like a neat little suitcase, and I was blown away that I just had to buy some like a band, an ink band, I think, or ribbon, ink ribbon, and it worked. And it's that old typeface. Something about it, very loud, but so not something you can really take to a cafe. But recently, I found this awesome typewriter. This is a Smith Corona, just like the one I found. I think this is, maybe I should have done my homework, but I think this is like, um, I don't know, 80s maybe, early 90s. Found this at Savers. Look at that, $14, can't beat it. So right away, I love how it opens up. That's neat. It's got this neat little thing here. I mean, it's crazy, but and I don't know if it's looked down upon at all, but Savers is awesome. Let me get some paper. Thrift stores in general, there are so many things you can do. Let's see, I've got some paper here. And you just find some things. You're taking a risk a lot of times because you're not sure if it's going to work. Like this, for example, I wasn't sure if this was really going to work. It actually came with ribbon, but the ribbon was so this is an electric typewriter too. I should turn it on so that you can hear the cool noise it makes. I'm putting this paper in terribly, but there we are. Let me put the mic near it so you can hear the neat noise. I thought it was neat. But so yeah, yep, you just load in. Let me see if I'm gonna try to do this proper now. I'm gonna okay. By the way, both those songs that y'all heard was Pretty Dresses. The first song, I believe, was Raincoat Tales, and the second song was When I'm Down. Kaylee and I did both of those. So neat, yeah. So here it is. It's a electric typewriter. So I was able to go online and find ribbon for it. It was dated ribbon, so I had to wind it a bit to get some fresh ribbon within there. That's tape wound up in there, much like a cassette tape. And this actually has word eraser. Let me see if I can zoom in at all. I mean, I know this, we're talking about a typewriter here, but it's just really cool, like the things you can find. This was like one of the first electric typewriters that there's another ribbon that also came with this backup that I bought that erases. So it's got like an eraser. I think it's like a whiteout ribbon or something like that. Oh yeah, I love that. So yeah, it works. It looks like this shift key might be a little bit sticky, but all in all, its spacing is appropriate. I still haven't figured out what a lot of these things do. Auto return, auto underscore. Really, really cool. And it actually works better than my mechanical one currently. So let's see. And it still has that old typewriter sound. Let me put this close. I could just do that all day. I love that sound. And let me see if this let's see. I'll zoom in here just to show the quality of things you can get. Let me see, does this zoom? Yes, it will. All right, let's see. You are reading a paper from an old typewriter. Very cool. So, yeah, let me see if I guess I could lean and do this, and this feels kind of neat. So, yeah, that's something you can do. Go find a typewriter and start writing, typing, putting your words on paper. I don't know, there's something about it that's different than, of course, like going on to Word. I don't know. It's not even as accessible, but it's like a fun thing to do. I'm kind of curious about typewriters now. I kind of want to start collecting typewriters. Again, this was $14, and then I think I spent $5 on the ribbon. So, yeah, that's oh, let me back up. I need to. That's it right there. Some neat stuff you can get at Savers. I got this from the Savers in East Providence, I think. That's right. A Spellwright 1 Dictionary SC 110 model Smith Corona. Very nice. Very nice. And then, when you're done, you clip these pieces back in. She's ready to go. That's neat. Power button back here. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm gonna play a couple more tunes. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Maybe I'll do a show and tell of some neat stuff happened over the holiday break. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But for video, I'm not even sure what to do for video right now because that video is almost done. Maybe I'll just play that. Maybe I'll play that video again. And yeah, maybe I'll play that video again. And I don't know. So many things to do. All right. Well, I'm gonna play a couple more tunes. This next tune is a track from that me and my friend Aaron did. We used to jam a lot, and it's a very pretty track called Baby. So we'll wrap up that last video, and I'll see if I can find another one to put on. Otherwise, you can enjoy some more local music along with that same video track over it again. And we'll see what's next for either a show and tell, wrap up the show, or another idea of what to do when you are alone like I am right now. All right. Well, let's fade to black and play another song. It is not easy to do all of this, I tell you, by yourself, but we're doing all right.
Wait for me, honey. I'm almost done. Did you get it all? They're on their way. They're gonna find us, honey. Well, I don't wanna run. I say go hiding, honey. Won't you wait for me? Wait for me, honey. Baby, 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 you're running, coming through the door now. I'm not sure if I get it all. We gotta go now. Don't make me regret this. We're gonna make it out once again. I'm almost done, I'm almost done. Don't sit there, get it all there coming. Baby, 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 you better run. I can see 'em coming, I can see 'em coming. No, I think they see us through the window. Don't make me regret this. We've done it before. Don't think twice, or just get through that door. Well, baby, 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 oh, you better run. Baby, 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 bring me home. You've been dancing in my head all night long. The sun's coming up. If anyone asks, we've been sitting here the whole night. No one's gonna ask. Oh, wait for me, honey. I'm almost done. Did you get it all? Baby, oh, baby. If they find me, tell them I was alone. 'Cause I can see him running towards the door. Coming, gonna get it all. You're a tree with legs. And one of these nights a pretty thing is gonna get you so sweet. Just wait. One of these nights you'll be wrapped up in muscles. No need to struggle. Now enjoy the exotic. You've been watching your whole but it's not a fucking head. It belongs in the tropics. Not a smile in a cage. Not a walk through the streets. So you can meet the underage and talk to them. Cause you're a tree. With legs. And one of these nights I'm ready to look at you. You sleep. Just wait. One of these nights a pretty bed is gonna get you.
Okay. Well, I dug out a couple of things from the past weekend. Oh, that's a little bit. Let me put it back and raise that a little. My goodness, cameras everywhere. I don't know if folks saw my derriere there, but that's a little better. All right, cool. We're back, and let's see. So that first track that you heard was a good friend of mine, Aaron, and I. We used to play a lot. We have quite a few tracks. Maybe I'll play some more in the future. But no, I think actually, I think I'll wrap it up for the night, but not without doing a little display. So let me switch over. Here we have so this is some really cool. It's unfortunate 'cause this camera, I wish it got just a slightly better look at these. Well, maybe you know what? Let me switch over. Let me see if you can get a better. That's not bad. That's not too bad at all. So yeah, this was done by my nephew, Eli. He did a really great job. He's 4 years old. We used a cake spinner actually at first to do some really neat things. Let me switch back over so we can. I'm going to zoom in and see if we can get a little bit better. This white balance on this camera is horrid, but you kind of get a good idea. It's really, really a really cool picture. Let me see if white balance will do anything. No? Well, let's try something. Bear with me, folks. I'm going to try a white balance. Let's see here if we... All right, and let's take that iris down a little, a smidge. Oh, it's looking a little better. Okay, cool. It's tough to see the rich purples in this, but rich they are. But this is just really cool. This is just, some basic paint, and we used pour paint, spun it around on a cake spinner, and then let it drip up and down and did really neat things. Scratched at it a bit. Really, really cool. Really neat stuff. So if you're alone with a kid, you can do all kinds of cool art crafts. I was just looking at some of the neat stuff here. I mean, if you're alone with a kid, there's all kinds of fun stuff you can do. And you're not really alone, I guess. You're with someone else. And that is the best mind to be around because there's so many neat things. But oh, this is neat. Okay, cool. So I don't know. He was also pointing out all of these cool little intricacies within the painting and these neat things that just kind of formed depending on where you put certain colors and how you do certain things. But this is just so cool. Really, really neat. And together what we did was we figured we used a lot of paint. and to not be wasteful, we said, let's do some cool imprints. So we kind of just simply placed a gee, will that not go down anymore? Yeah, it goes up. I think that's, oh, there we go. Okay. All right, great. And so let's zoom in a little bit. I'll put the iris up. So this one came out really cool. It looks a little dark, and but when you start to like really focus on like some of the really neat little, it looks at first like just a bunch of gray, specifically gray in this picture. That's actually like a really cool purple and different shades of purple. Should really get a better camera for this, but because it's just not doing it justice. But look at these neat little designs here. Really cool. Really, really cool. And that's just from like pressing this, let me see. Pressing this onto oh dear. I'm still getting used to this camera piece. Onto here. So at one point during making all of this, this is a bunch of layers. We smooshed this onto there, and then came back and did it a couple times, did weird things. But it just came out. I really, really like it. And you can do further things. I don't know, neat stuff with this kind of thing. Like again, this is just like abstract, but get creative with it. You can, it's kind of like cloud watching. That's how I kind of do these things. And I'm pretty sure this must be how kids do it, but you can see different things sometimes in this. The longer you look at it, the longer, the more opportunity there is for your imagination to kind of go wild with it. I don't know. I kind of see like these as like entities maybe, or maybe comets, like on like an infrared kind of like going into a sun. Um, it looks so much different on the camera than it does in person, but there's some colors coming through. It's really a bummer that they're not coming through. Let me drop that iris a little more, see if that does anything. A little bit, a little bit. You can start to see some of the purples, I suppose. But yeah, no, this is really cool. I really love this. I don't know what that did. And so let's just I'm gonna go up, and I'm gonna take a look at a bigger picture. This is one that Eli and I kind of messed with even more. Let's see. Oh geez, it's really dark now. Let me see. What's going on here? My goodness gracious. Oh dear. Um, there we are. All right. So let's back up. There we go. All right. This is a cool one. This is really big. This was actually so we kept Eli, I think he mentioned he wanted to keep. You can see a little person here just chilling. That's another friend's daughter. That's one of Eli's friends. But this painting came out really cool too. Again, a lot of drip and a lot of layers on this one. This was also a transfer. We did a couple of different transfers. But I don't know, it just came out really neat. This is actually showing the colors much better. Again, but for some reason the purples are just not doing it. It's really not liking purples, but that's okay. Let's zoom in a little. Let's take a look at some of the cool. I don't know. It's like you get into another world when you zoom into these. Just, I love like these little pieces. Let's see. That kind of looks like a horse. That looks like kind of like a cow. Neat little rainbow thing going on up here. It's very, very cosmic. Um, yeah, really, really cool. Oh, yeah, and this stuff here, how it's, like, kinda bleeding in. Yeah, that looks really, really neat. And I don't know, Eli just had different thoughts, and there was a lot of chaos, it's some kids might I haven't been around too many kids too much, but, they get chaotic, they have a lot of energy, and that's what a lot of this says to me. Oh, it's blinking a little. Um, but that's good, you see that, look at all this chaos in here, and then you just get these really neat little things. These look like windows and light coming through them, and it's just so cool. And I think also, Eli being around that, kids being around this kind of thing, they start to see like, oh dear, something's going on. Eh, well, yeah, that's too bad. Let's switch over to this camera. I don't think. All right, that blinky camera. It's neat, showing kids, what actually happens, and I'm sure plenty of people have, but when you mix colors, your colors aren't all going to look the same. With pour paints, it's actually kind of neat. Is this thing done glitching out? But eventually they do kind of, oh yeah, still glitching, but you can kind of see they do kind of mix together eventually. Good Lord. What is wrong with you today? Yeah, let's wrap that up. Yeah, there are certain elements and certain things they just kind of learn through all of this. I think Eli and kids might even like that what they're seeing also, who knows, might be completely different, but even these paintings look different the closer you get to them, and the further away you step back. I think that's kind of the idea. So these came out really, really neat, and gee, I really wish. Well, I can still use this one. Okay, yeah, you can actually see those colors much better. Look at those purples and stuff. Really, really cool. But it's a completely different picture when you turn it upside down. And you can just let your imagination kind of, there we go. You can let your imagination kind of wander, with looking at these things. This looks a little more doomy, and I can kind of see like cool shadows and cool ghostly things and in this with and maybe like fire. I don't know, but I just loved the colors he also picked, like these purples and pinks and blues and like random orange here, and it just looked really cool. Um, so that's neat stuff. Kids are really helpful in figuring out what to do. Um, I guess if you're bored or if you're alone, but again, if you're alone, I mean, a kid is still a person, so that doesn't really quite work. But it's still cool. There are all kinds of things you can do when you're alone. You don't have to feel lonely when you're alone. But it's understandable if you do, especially when you have such great people around you, if you're blessed to. But still, learn to enjoy being alone with yourself. Again, maybe that's a form of not being alone. You're with yourself, like alone, but not to say there's two people in there, but maybe there is. Maybe have fun with that. And there's just 1,000 things to do. Find a typewriter. You know, go to Savers and find a typewriter. Uh, get a cake spinner and tape a canvas to it. Then go to Job Lot and buy some $5 paints and some $2 canvases and do all kinds of crazy stuff. You can be an artist in less than an hour, I bet. Especially if you do have kids and you're trying to think of something to do. I mean, it's everywhere. If you are to utilize maybe TikTok or that's a cool one. I think you got Instagram and YouTube and those and the like. Utilize those for ideas, craft ideas, art ideas, fun stuff. It's there. There's so much there, of course, as y'all know. But yeah, utilize that. Use it. Use the phone as a tool to find out things to do, not necessarily as a crutch. So yeah, use the phone, use these devices and these awesome applications. By awesome, take that any way you want, but powerful applications, and use them for something productive as a tool as opposed to a crutch for what to do when you're alone. Yeah, be productive and get weird with your stuff. Kids get weird with their paint and they have a blast and it ends up looking awesome. Whichever way you look at it. So I think I'm going to wrap the night up. It's enough talking from me and stuttering. I will wrap it up with, I like that cloud video. I think I'm going to keep that cloud video going. And yeah, I'll go over to the cloud video and then or I'll just wrap it up. I'm going to play the outro song, and actually I'm going to play an outro song that I wrote a while back, and then I'll play our usual jingle and say good, and that'll be our good night. So thanks for watching. Again, Abel, we miss you. I hope everything's going great. Kaylee, miss you, of course. I hope you're feeling better. I can't wait to have you back here. And so next week, I think also let me also mention next week. I think we are definitely going to have Justin on as our guest, and we're going to be really exciting. I need to work on this this display. I want to show all the colors of the art that we show, or any kind of artwork that we show, because that's such a huge part of a lot of these paintings and these pieces that we'll show next week. I'm really excited. Justin and I are going to show really neat our collection of just really neat book covers, sci-fi book covers specifically, I think, but I don't know, just other book covers that are just really neat. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot of neat visuals to see with that, and then just maybe some cool talks about stuff, ideas mainly, and maybe also I've really liked the blogging, Kaylee's blog, weekly blog. Again, that is, if I get this right, breadsandscircus.org. Check it out. It's a great website that has all of the stuff that folks do here on there and connects to YouTube, this YouTube, and all the different videos that we've done. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Stay productive. And hey, let's be careful out there, huh? All right. I'm gonna play the song. Let me see if the cloud video is still going. It is. All right, neat. Well, something's going on there. All right, and give me a sec. Bear with me while I play the songs. Let's back that video up. That looks nice. Oh dear. All right. Bet your bottom dollar gonna talk about a lot of stuff, and then we're gonna say goodnight. Hanging out, just another night of the week. Or to be more specific, it's a Tuesday Eve. Got some ideas that just might intrigue. You should come on by tonight. We're spilling the beans. Hanging out, just another night of the week. Or to be more specific, it's a Tuesday Eve. Got some ideas that just might intrigue. You should come on by tonight. We're spilling the beans.